Right there, that was from 2:30ish to 3:10ish. So that trough in there, that 2 to 3 o'clock hour. So that's pretty good. That's right on the ball as well. Now we have a trade opportunity here in the last hour. My sense is that we should still be playing the volatility. I mean, the card for today is position oneself for volatility and play both sides of the market. And for my friends on TikTok, if you like to follow along, we're looking at a live chart of the S&P 500 in relation to the reading that we did for it, live on YouTube, live on Facebook as well. And so end of day really is opportunity I see to open up the short end of that. We have another drop like towards the close. Some news comes out. But you want to be on both sides, not just owning puts. You want to own puts and calls. Because the following day we have a higher high at some point the following day. And what I don't like about it is there's that prudence card there. Anyhow, on the 9th, there's going to be a sharp drop here on the 9th. Something very significant on the 9th, that is. So my short position, I positioned myself with some puts that expire out June 15th. I'll likely sell those tomorrow and buy even better ones. But if I don't, I have until the 15th. But obviously, you don't wait till the 15th when you own options. You don't wait till the expiration date. Yeah, we've also got some more July readings coming out, guys. We're going to have the dailies out pretty shortly. As for the, Tesla, we've got a Tesla July. We've got a Bitcoin July coming out, if they didn't come out already. I've got a Tesla 1 year. Bunch of stuff. But, again, guys, if you're just hopping on now, we have a trade opportunity here at the end of the day in the midst of some sideways fluctuations with a bullish trend that precedes a decline. It's important to point out, guys, that the Chariot card appears before a decline. It's kind of like the opposite of, for whatever reason, from a behavioral standpoint on a chart, a technical chart, the Chariot card is like the opposite of the Empress card. The Empress card is a sideways fluctuation with a bearish trend that precedes an incline. This is an sideways fluctuations with an upward trend that precedes a decline. So look out for that, guys. Yeah, and the calls purchased here could be sold here. They could be sold at the end of the day, but if you follow what I've been advised here, see, like, you've got the Princess of Cups in the high position, which means that off of the high we have a decline that marks an opportunity to open up a long position. So we're at a high, right? We should see a decline, right? In the midst of that, if you don't have a long position, that's likely a good spot to get in. For, I don't know, expires next week, let's say. When we look at the 1 month, tomorrow we've got a crest. We failed to break through important resistance that we're expecting to break through, and then we've got the universal the following day, guys. So there's a price level here that'll be a good price level from which to open up a short position ahead of a drop. And then you can see we have a prominent crest. There's prominent trough on the 10th. I think we have a prominent trough on the 9th and the 10th, prominent crest on the 11th, and then another prominent trough on the 15th. And I mean, if you're on this mailing list, our free mailing list on the website tarotfortraders.com, then you already know all that. You got the mailing list, you got the 1 month overview like over a week ago, way over a week, like 3 weeks ago. So, and it's free. All you got to do is sign up. So if you haven't done that, guys, I highly recommend it. We're going to have some other stuff that comes out on the mailing list as well soon. But this is the S&P 500 1-month overview that we send out free every month. We're averaging like a 97-ish%, give or take a couple percentages in either direction each month. But we're right around like 97.5%. That means like if there's 10 statements, then 9.7 of those are correct. You know what I mean? So it's all going according to the Mercury retrograde strategy as well, guys. Let's take a look at that. Right, so these lines right here we have set up. These vertical lines are the phases of retrograde. So when we went into Mercury retrograde and the shadow started, we had this, right? And the theory, it's not a theory, but for most of you, I'm sure it seems like a theory. What we see is a repeat of what happens within these two lines here. We see happen within these two lines here. Not exact, but pretty relatively close. And so what we've got right now going into it is the sideways back and forth movement, right? We should have a drop and then a back up and then a drop again. So we got, let's say, 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests, 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests, right? So, but we're not in it yet. So we'll probably have a little bit further to go. At the furthest, I really think the month's high is on the 13th. But again, there's going to be some volatility between here and there. So play that volatility, and then on the 10th or the 13th, we'll see when we get there is likely when I will turn from playing both sides of the market to just bearish. And that'll follow the Mercury retrograde strategy, guys. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor and hit that follow button and that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Really appreciate it. We're looking to grow to 1,000 followers by the end of July as a birthday present. In any case, most importantly, share this with your people that it'll help. People that maybe not just necessarily like to make money. Maybe they need to see that the impossible is possible. You know, like that's more helpful than money, if you ask me. But with that said, guys, thanks for watching. When you make that money from the readings, pay it forward.